1 year on, it is hard to believe anyone ever fought over this land. Cleared to create green belt, Dale Farm looks more grey and brown. Just one home still stands here, amid pools of sewage and piles of rubbish.
I didn't think things could get any worse than what they were at the time of the eviction. But look.
Patrick Egan's house here is legal, unlike the ones his family built on plots he owns. He wants nothing more than to sell up, but says the council's work means no one would ever buy.
There's everything from asbestos, oil, human excrement, you name it, everything is here. It's a cesspit. It's one massive cesspit. That's what this place is.
You did live here illegally and build here illegally, so do you not feel that part of this is your own fault?
The people that did live here on these plots, yes, they brought it on themselves by buying a place to pull into, because they couldn't get staying on the side of the road anymore. There is no council plots for them. They have to live somewhere, so they bought this disused scrapyard, and the council came on and dragged them out.
It was the biggest eviction in European history. Despite these memories, where are you hurt?
My back.
The travellers never wanted to leave and always promised to return. Part of the reason the council left the land so churned up like this was to stop the travellers bringing their caravans back onto the site. That means some have moved away to Cambridge, some to Leighton Buzzard, and some just a few yards down the road, right outside the entrance to Dale Farm. We saw at least 20 caravans here. The council has told all of them to move. Inside one, the oldest resident of Dale Farm. At 81, Daniel Sheridan needs constant medical help and is in no mind to leave. What would happen to you then if you didn't have a place to be?
I don't think I'd be around.
You really think that?
And we stayed for the eviction and we'll stay here for the eviction. We've no other choice. Where we go, we've no place to go.
So for you it's important to have a place to be, isn't it really? It's making you upset, Daniel. Why is it making you upset?
Put this off.
Put it off. Daniel isn't the only one upset with Basildon Council. Beyond the lines of caravans and trees live neighbours like Len Gridley. He was promised green belt behind his garden fence. Instead, he says the council's given him pollution and a case for compensation unless it's cleaned up quickly.
I'm not going to wait 2.5 years, 3 years, 5 years for this council. I've been waiting 17 years for this council to do it. So if it means this year I've got to take legal action against the council to do this, I will have to.
Basildon Council say they're not finished here, but it's taken a year and at least £4 million to get this far. You've got some travellers still living illegally yards from the site, the Environment Agency investigating potentially dangerous levels of pollution, and villagers saying they might sue you if there is pollution there. What benefit has actually come from all this?
The benefit, and there's no doubt there are still some challenges to deal with, which we will take on board and deal with. But of course the issue is applying the planning law equally and fairly across the whole borough. How could the council turn down any application while, if you like, turning a blind eye to Dale Farm?
It is a point clearly made. On this scrap of land, the travellers lost their scrap with the law. And a year on, there is no longer anything here worth fighting for. Paul Brand, London Tonight, at Dale Farm.